Hey there guys, good morning. Coach Jen T here. So today we're going to talk a little bit about meal plans. Meal plans, number one, are beyond my scope of practice. As the type of nutrition coach that I am, I cannot do meal plans. I am not a registered dietitian. That being said, I also strongly believe that meal plans don't create the flexibility that you need to stay on track with whatever program you're following. Yes, meal plans can certainly help guide you, but they certainly are not realistic in real life. So like if you have a specific meal plan to meet your macros for your breakfast and your lunch and your dinner, and it's all calorie based to divide out evenly, and then something comes up like you have a last minute invite to dinner, or something comes up where you last minute have to travel and you can't follow your meal plan because you're not home. It's not realistic because you can't follow that meal plan to a T. Therefore, it's not going to be as effective as you would want it to be if you could stay on track and make every meal from home like perfectly. So meal plans are great if you have a medical reason to have one. Certainly see a registered dietitian to get that for yourself. That being said, if you are in my coaching program or you're in one of our challenges, we don't do meal plans, but we do provide you with some information on how to piece together your own meals based on in your welcome packet. So to keep it super simple, even if you are not in my challenge or in one of my programs, or if you're not tracking at all, tracking brings awareness to the table of what you're bringing in to make sure that you are eating enough, you're fueling your body, you're getting enough protein and fiber. But if you are not tracking, or if you find yourself like on a weekend or on a busy day when you just simply can't track, one great thing that you can do is use the balanced plate method to piece together your meals. And if you were to actually track the meal that you have on your plate once you follow the balanced plate method, you're going to notice that it actually meets your evenly divided macros for a balanced meal quite well. The first rule of thumb generally is to eat as many whole foods as possible. You want to weed out the processed food. So look at your day. How many things are you eating that come in a package or that is overly processed, like the snacky foods? So number one is just like replace some of those and focus on what to add in. And that would be whole, minimally processed foods, such as meats, such as veggies, such as some fruit, nuts and seeds, anything that comes in its whole source. Either came from the ground, once had eyeballs, is my rule of thumb. That is unprocessed. So add as many of those in as you can. That is going to naturally provide your body with the fiber you need, with lower calories than the highly processed foods. You're going to feel more satisfied from what you're eating, therefore overall reducing calories and providing your body with the nutrition you need. Keeping it simple with a balanced plate method, what you want your plate to look like is you want it to be 2 fist sizes or half your plate of veggies first. Start there. If you want a meal plan, go to your welcome packet and look at those veggie options and just pick like 4 to start your week, and then add those to your grocery list and make sure that you're getting half your plate of veggies. Second, you want to go for your protein. Go to your welcome packet and look at your protein options. If you don't have a welcome packet because you're not in a program or the challenge, protein options that are great are things like meat, like fish, like seafood. If you're looking for higher carb ones, things like beans and legumes, chickpeas, any kind of whole food source of protein. You want to add a palm size. So the size of your palm, which is most of the time relative to your body type and your body size, that size or a quarter of your plate should be that protein. And then you want another cupped hand size of a healthy carb or a healthy starch. Things like fruit and sweet potato, any kind of fruit is great. Berries are excellent. They're high fiber. You want to have half your plate with that. And not half, sorry, a quarter of your plate with that, or a cupped hand size, if you're not using a plate. You can also, instead of doing that, you can do some sort of whole grain instead of that kind of carb. Maybe instead of doing that, you choose to do a slice of whole grain bread or toast, or a low carb wrap, or maybe rice or whole grain pasta. Those are also great if you're looking for balancing your meals without tracking. So again, a cupped hand size. And then you want a thumb size, which again is proportionate to your body, of healthy fat. That could be the olive oil that you're cooking with. Use about a thumb size of that when you're cooking a meal. If you're not cooking with any oil and you're generally lower fat in your meals because you're eating whole foods, things like nuts and seeds and avocado are excellent sources of healthy protein. From there, you guys, you can keep it super simple. You're adding lots of whole foods by doing that plate method, and you are going to feel full and satisfied. You're going to easily be sticking into your macros and hitting your protein much easier that way. And it's not necessarily a meal plan, but that way, if you do decide to go out to dinner last minute or you're on the road, it's super quick and easy to come up with a last minute or plan B type of meal, whether you're out at a restaurant or whether you're quickly packing like a lunch bag and you don't have time to put a lot of thought into it. Grabbing those things that are super quick and easy to make that balanced plate. And then if you track as you go, you'll notice that you're just naturally going to be fitting in those macros much better by doing the balanced plate method. So again, focus on whole foods. The reason that we're tracking mostly is to bring awareness, but it's also to allow the flexibility for about 20% of your daily calories to enjoy the things you love. Maybe you plan to go out for ice cream. Maybe you're going to have a pizza night. Maybe you want a glass of wine with dinner. So it's about 20% of those daily calories that's giving you the flexibility so you never go a day in your life with feeling deprived. And that way it makes it like a lifestyle long-term. Not like a meal plan where you have to follow something strict, because that's not sustainable, but rather you're following something where you're living your normal life and you're able to make it work for you. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message and I will talk to you all soon.